Welcome again. It's Domain Dave from CheapWineFinder.com. And today we have another wine that we wrote up on the CheapWineFinder.com website, so you can see the written review there. And this is the kind of companion podcast. We talk about it a little bit more. And do another tasting too at the same time. And this is a $7.99 wine from Trader Joe's. It's the Picton Bay Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc 2022. I think Trader Joe's has the exclusive rights in areas where they have stores, and if not, the price is more likely to be around $12.99, $13, $14. So if $7.99 is too cheap for wine, you won't go that low, you can always pay more for the wine. And what we have here is a wine that's actually from a winery. Picton Bay is a brand from Mount Riley. It's a family-owned winery, a small well, no, it's not. If you go to the website and click on the, because we have links to it, click on the Mount, they have a really beautiful, nice, huge winery. And there is a Mount Riley right in the background. It's kind of a nice, I wasn't expecting anything. And actually having Trader Joe's or Aldi do one of your wines, it's a great thing for them because they pay up front and they get money. And I mean, that year that I think Picton Bay's been at Trader Joe's for a couple of years, you pretty much made your money that year because they're going to do well. And I think this even might be an estate wine because they don't actually say it's an estate wine. But it might be because they make wines from their own grapes. This could be a special wine under the Picton Bay where they bought some, other grapes from other vineyards in Marlborough. I mean, it could be, and that would, show how it did get to be a lower price, but maybe not too. And, I was writing the review, and it was hard to write a review because what can you say about this is a young Sauvignon Blanc. By young, I mean it's not made to be aged. You should buy it in the first 2 years probably, and probably the first year release. It's not meant to be aged. It's bright and alive, new, and it's going to, rather than improve with age, it's going to be less bright and alive as it goes along. And they do that by making the wine fairly quickly. Stainless steel vats. They really don't get into a lot of detail about the little nuances because they usually basically just sell Marlborough, just sell New Zealand. Because 85% of all the wines exported out of New Zealand come from Marlborough. So if you know New Zealand wine, you pretty much know wines from Marlborough. So this is a young wine made stainless steel, not a lot of aging. It's a 2022. The New Zealand and United States, their winter summers are reversed, so it's not that old a wine, and it's really good. I'm going to take a sip. First of all, you can smell the aromas like a foot away from the glass. They just jump out. I mean, they're in that glass. This is one of the great things about Sauvignon Blanc. Before you even get to it, you're in a good mood because the smell is so good. It's like a garden. I mean, it's like going to the greatest vegetable market in the world. And so it's got that going on. And then the taste is just this seamless, well-balanced mix of peaches and pears and tropical fruits and maybe a little bit of honey and a touch of spice here and there, and the acidity is really well balanced. The value price Sauvignon Blanc can get a little spiky, especially from down New Zealand. Not so much. I don't get the spikiness from the United States Sauvignon Blanc, but New Zealand can be, and this one doesn't have that at all. I mean, the acidity is done well. It's just right. I'm going to take another sip because it's just one of those sipping wines. It's really nice. I mean, I guess you could, fancy salads and shrimp and, whitefish, that type of thing would be fine with this. But this is summertime. Put it in a bucket with some ice and just sip it from all afternoon long, basically. I'm going to take another sip. The alcohol content's 12.5, so it's not even a heavy wine at all. Though it's got a good medium mouthfeel. It'll engage your palate. And there's just lots of flavors. Acidity's really well balanced. It's got good length. You're tasting this for some time after the last sip. And like I said, I mean, there's not much to say about a young New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, except they're really good. And for $7.99, you can pay more for an affordable New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get better, because this is first rate. I mean, I don't have any complaints about it at all. I mean, it does taste good. Price is more than right. Let's take one last sip and we'll tie this up. There's not much more to say than, yeah, it's good. Sauvignon Blanc grape isn't always a young wine. In Bordeaux, where it's Bordeaux Blanc, there are wines that they put away for 25 years. They're some of the longest aged wines there is. So it's just the style from New Zealand. But it's good, it's inexpensive, and it's at Trader Joe's. So there you go. This is Domain Dave from cheapwinefinder.com. Like us, like your podcast, push buttons if you will. Keep it cheap, stay safe. 4th of July is coming up. Don't blow your fingers off. I think I said that last time, and adios. I'll be talking to you. Bye-bye.